So we'll leave the bar at 5:82 in the men's pole vault. Torlson hopefully he's got enough time to go back and have another go as we have a look at the women's 100 metres. World lead this year, Melissa Jefferson-Wooden over in the Grand Slam track season, 10.73. A meeting record with one Veronica Campbell-Brown, 10.76. That's what I mean about the quality of this event. Steeped in history, that meeting record all the way back from 2011. Marie-Josée Ta Lou-Smith, the only woman with a personal best faster than that. She goes in lane 4 here, the two-time World Championship silver medalist. Five-time Olympic finalist. She's won twice 11 seconds this year, Ta Lou-Smith. Christiana Williams of Jamaica has drawn lane 1, the Commonwealth Games silver medalist from a few years ago, over 100, and Olympic Games silver medalist with the 4x1 squad in Rio. Tori Lewis is in her first year as a senior athlete. She had a wonderful junior career. Burst onto the scene, winning national titles in Australia over the 100 and 200. Took a silver at the World Junior Championships last year over 200 metres. Cambria Sturgis of the United States goes in 3. The only woman under 11 seconds this season in the lineup. 10.98 in Atlanta for Sturgis this year. There is Ta Lou-Smith. 2 times 11 seconds exactly. It was a second at the Oslo Diamond League and third at the Stockholm Diamond League. Both of those behind Julian Alfred. And then Dina Asher-Smith got the better of Ta Lou-Smith in Stockholm. Thelma Davis of Liberia goes in lane 5. Liberia have a whole host of brilliant sprinters at the moment. Maya McCoy going well for them, and Destiny Smith-Barnett, their national record holder, at 10.99. Davis, 11.03 this season, isn't too far behind that. Amy Hunt's having a great season, 3 Diamond League podiums, including a 100-metre personal best in Doha of 11.03. Zoe Hobbs of New Zealand goes in lane 7, the Oceanic record holder indoors and out. Took a good win in Turku last week, 11.07 for her season's best. And the final athlete out in lane 8, Bianca Williams of Great Britain, the British indoor champion this year, in a personal best of 7.16 after taking Olympic Games silver in the 4x1, along with Amy Hunt, her teammate. Just inside of her, that European lead is Dina Asher-Smith at 10.93. Can we get anyone else underneath the 11-second barrier? In terms of the European athletes, in terms of the whole field, 11-second barrier, a real target for many of these women to keep momentum going in their season. They're qualifying for Tokyo, 11.07. No way, no problems here. Great start from Davis and Ta Lou-Smith. Ta Lou-Smith driving hard. Hobbs going well in lane 7. Zoe Hobbs at the moment just looking like she's on terms with Davis, and Ta Lou-Smith is going to be Thelma Davis. If that clock is right, 10.93 for Thelma Davis, that would be a new Liberian national record. And I think she will have taken Marie-Josée Ta Lou-Smith under 11 seconds as well. Those two are so tight across the line. What a great battle from those two, and Zoe Hobbs pushing all the way in lane 7. It's been rounded down to 10.91 for Davis. That is a new national record, and that puts her up in the top 10 fastest times this year. Ta Lou-Smith, 10.93, a massive season's best for Ta Lou-Smith. And Hobbs underneath 11 seconds as well. That is a lifetime best for Zoe Hobbs, an oceanic record. A time that she ran in Chaux-de-Fonds last year, a couple of years ago, 10.96 at an altitude venue. To replicate that here in Ostrava just makes me nervous about checking the wind for these women, because those are 3 very quick times in the lead. There's no indication that it's particularly breezy.
Yeah, plus 0.6, so a very slight wind.
I was just nervous I was going to refresh it and see a 2.5 or something, but no, an area record and a national record in women's 100.
And you're right to point out too that that 10.94 at sea level from Hobbs, that is a brilliant run, vastly superior to her previous personal best. But Ta Lou-Smith, well, in the white vest there, going tremendously well. We know she's always strong, but just battling there to the line, getting it on the dip, perhaps by dint of being a little bit taller, was Thelma Davis of Liberia. 10.91, a national record, as you said quite rightly, Hannah. She started well. Zoe Hobbs had perhaps the best start of them all, going by the reaction times, although you can read too much into that sometimes. But a pretty close race all round, with Amy Hunter Britain down in 4th place, 11.08. So holding her good form. That's only a click outside her lifetime best.
Great racing from these women. Set the scene for a couple of hurdles races we've got coming up, and of course the European debut of Gout coming up in the men's 200. I'm very excited about that, so the conditions are good. As a result of the women's 100, with just a slight following wind, a national record for Selma Davis, 10.91 for a new Liberian mark. Marie-Josée Ta Lou-Smith, the season's best, 10.92, and Zoe